Dawn of Majesty. What in the world is this? And why are people in my comments section going, I don't know what this is? We're about to find out. So let's dig on into some cool, interesting content, shall we? Alright, we're going to be talking about Dawn of Majesty because the comment sections have told me that people don't know what the heck this is. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on more excellent content. So this is for educational purposes. Alright, so buckle up with me here. The April 2021 booster pack has been announced. Now for the TCG, it is currently Blazing Vortex. The Lightning Overdrive will be the set after that. The set after Lightning Overdrive will be called Dawn of Majesty. Alright, so we understand that. On sale April 17th is the first core booster pack of the fiscal year of 2021 for the OCG. This pack contains new cards that will enhance past popular themes as well as brand new powerful themes. And then the first run of this will also get a +1 pack for the OCG. We will not be getting that here in the TCG. Now, something interesting I want to point out here in terms of relation to the name for this. Now, it says Dawn of Majesty. Now, when we look at Blazing Vortex, we automatically went, oh, that's going to be fire support. All right. Me, and I know Pain96 was super ecstatic to actually even hear any sort of semblance going, oh my God, volcanics. And I know I got baited like everybody else did. All right. I had like an entire discussion talking about the absolute mad possibility of what we could get from that set. But it was the Armed Dragon Thunder support. And they were actually making a reference for fire to the Spriggan archetype, actually. So while Thunder can be quite the hot element, basically we were making that reference to the Spriggans and the Armed Dragon support. Alright, then when you look at Lightning Overdrive, you saw Zexal. And typically when you would make a reference to Utopia or Zexal, you would typically see, well, there was always like lightning associated with him. It was always kind of cool. So when you're looking at that set, you're like, alright, so Utopia-based support. Alright. Now, we can go back to Rise of the Duelist. Well, Gaia was Yugi's monster. He was kind of like the ace. So at this point in time, we've done Zexal support, GX support, and we've done original Yu-Gi-Oh! Support. That means that Dawn of the Majesty is either going to be 5D support, alright? I don't think that that's going to be the case. Or we could actually be making a reference all the way back to Pendulum Era, and you could be seeing some Pendulum support with this. Odd Eyes Persona King Dragon, maybe? A little bit of a stretch there. Now, one thing I was kind of thinking about with this name, Dawn of the Majesty, I was like, oh no, they're really going to frickin' do it. We're going to get King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and all of those remakes. Alright, and I'm like, oh no, please. No. As much as I liked the Gaia retrains, I think the best retrains that we got so far is probably the stuff from Lightning Overdrive. Like, the Utopia Zexal support was actually good. Yeah, the redo to the Armed Dragon archetype was acceptable. Everybody was fine with that. But it was like, the Gaia support was lackluster. We slowly got better with the remake for what was Lightning Overdrive. I mean, like I said, Level Mechanic was a nice fix. And then the searching the 30 Zexal equips was another OTK. It was good support. And it's like, if you're really going to come around here and you're going to look at just not touching 5Ds and you're really going to go after something like King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and Jack's Knight, and you're really going to do retrains on those, then at this point in time, you're probably just going to expect that every set going forward is just going to be a retrain at this point. Well, I'm not disappointed in the possibility of that. I do think that we need to calm down a little bit in the retrain department. Alright, let's be honest here. Alright, I guess there is no anime anymore. That's the other big thing that people need to realize at this point in time. Alright, there is no frickin' anime anymore. Alright? Because there's no longer a Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, what are we going to do? We have to nostalgia bait our audience. All right. So I do think we are in that era right now that there's not anime, which means we're going to go back to our anime rich history at this point in time. And we're going to continue to pull from this. So that's why I think that the Dawn's Night, the Jack's Night, the King's Night remix is not that unheard of. Honestly, I think that's cool. Now, we can go down to the Synchro era here, and we can pull something like Stardust King Dragon. Yes. Could you imagine Stardust wearing a crown running around? I actually almost feel like in another alternate universe I've seen a Stardust Dragon wearing a crown. As a time traveler, guys, I assure you that there is a possibility that that could happen, all right? But it's also likely that Odd Eyes could also become a king at some point to reflect the name of this set. Or, all right, Dawn of the Majesty is going to be making a reference to something from the Fallen Albaz group. We could finally... This is actually kind of cool. Because of where the Dogmatica lore is going right now, we have met the head of the church, all right? That stupid Dogmatica-looking dragon thing, we have met them, and we have interacted with them. With that being said, though, we're not sure how the land is ruled. I'm assuming that the land is ruled pretty much by the church. Now, that being said, though, we've interacted with Tri-Brigade lore, and... I mean, there's no king there. Like, they're a misfit gang of bandits, all right? And at this point in time, they were going through the Spriggan land. So then that would be, in theory, the next stop on our journey would be to a kingdom, all right? Far away from the grasp of the church. Now, that being said, though, if the Tri-Brigade had helped out Dogmatica and got them over to this new land through the Spriggan territory, that would mean that we're going to have full-out war with Dogmatica. So when it says Dawn of a Majesty, maybe Fallen Albaz is going to be meeting up with this kingdom, and that's going to be where we're going to be pushing our support name at this point in time. I think that would be freaking sweet, honestly. Like, the lore so far with the Tri-Brigade has been so cool. The fact that we have pinned the Dogmatica, we thought the Dogmatica was actually going to be really cool. They started off, they were like this generic church scenario, and then we thought that Albaz was the bad guy. Oh boy, did we get spinned 180, all right, when we saw all that. So, in terms of the name Dawn of the Majesty, this could be as simply as giving something like Stardust Dragon, Odd Eyes Dragon a crown, upgrading their legacy support. I don't think so much the tuner support. Actually, we could go down the tuner support and see. But I still don't think that that's going to be the route we're going to go. I don't think this is the 5D set. All right, I do kind of think that we're just going to... This is going to be support towards Fallen Albaz and the Tri-Brigade lore. And we're leading up to... You ready for this? Full war. All right? There's going to have to be a time where, the evil church is going to meet up with, Ecclesia. They're going to want her back. All right? So... There's going to have to be some sort of resolution of conflict there, much like your World Chalice lore. I know you guys have looked through the Orcus lore and some of that stuff. Those interactions are super freaking sad, man. So, we'll have to wait and see. I do think, though, that this is going to be a point towards what we're going to expect. The name is a lot more relevant than we give it credit for in these sets. I know a lot of people dog on it, like, oh boy, Lightning Overdrive, Blazing Vortex, Volcanic Support Wear. We didn't get it. Whatever is going to happen here, it's going to be something to do with... Leave a comment down below if you think it's going to be King's Night, Jack's Night, and Queen's Night. I swear, if we're really going to do retrains on those, it better be frickin' busted, man. Because everything else that we've done at this point in time has been absolutely horrible. You're going to have to power creep those cards to absolute pure insanity for them to be relevant. So, Dawn of the Majesty will be coming out in April for the OCG. Lightning Overdrive will be coming out in April, May-ish for us. I don't remember the exact release date. I know it's up. Which puts this at, our late July, early August set. So, the cards that you'll be seeing from this set will not be impacting the TCG for quite a little while. So, what do you think about the speculation about Dawn of Majesty? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more excellent content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for some more excellent content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.